As you know, the industrial sector produces roughly a quarter of the country's emissions and will be one of the most challenging to decarbonize, especially heavy industries like cement and steel. A number of analysis from leading energy and climate institutions, including a new report this week from the IEA, make it clear that carbon capture will be a critical solution for addressing these industrial emission sources. Federal assistance will also be needed to demonstrate and commercialize carbon capture technologies for industrial applications, likely with multiple facilities in each target industry. And the American Jobs Plan specifically includes funding for these types of projects, which could support 10,000 good-paying jobs per year, according to Decarb America. I understand the president's FY22 budget will include funding that could be available for industrial CCUS demonstration and commercialization projects. Secretary Granholm, in your testimony, you mentioned the importance of investing in the reduction of emissions in the power and industrial sectors. Can you talk more on how reducing emissions in the industrial sector can help us meet our climate goals, but also grow the base of good paying manufacturing jobs here in America? Because for the people in my district, I represent a very blue collar district. And just like where you're from in Detroit, in Michigan, we have a General Motors facility in our district too. People in my district love good paying, hard working jobs. Can you just touch on that, how we can meet these climate goals, but also expand the good paying manufacturing jobs here in America?
This question is music to my ears. I mean, this is, I think, why the president asked me to be the head of the Department of Energy, because as you've seen on the commercials, et cetera, when he hears the word climate, he hears jobs, he thinks of jobs. And I mentioned earlier that there was a study out in January that said that there is going to be a $23 trillion, with a T, trillion-dollar market for the products that will reduce greenhouse gas emissions. That includes products like carbon capture, use, and sequestration, like hydrogen, like solar and wind, like geothermal, like nuclear. All of those products, there's going to be a massive global demand. And the whole thing is, why would we be importing, wind turbines from Denmark when we could be building them here and stamping them made in America and using them here and then exporting them? Why would we be allowing China to corner the market on the critical minerals that make up the batteries for the electric vehicle when we could be extracting them here with responsibly, sustainably, and processing them here sustainably, and putting them into batteries here and putting them into vehicles here? That whole supply chain, that's ours for the taking if we make the right moves policy-wise on the demand side and investment-wise on the supply side. This whole area creates all kinds of jobs for all kinds of people in all pockets of the country. Good paying jobs, union jobs. You want to make sure that we have a transmission grid that works? Talk to the folks who are building that, the IBEW. Talk to the people who want to be able to be putting steel in the ground to make sure that we are able to put solar panels up in Arizona and deliver that power to a load center in another place, or to put wind turbines up in Wyoming and make sure it's delivered. All of these, everything, soup to nuts, has to be built somewhere. We should be building it and putting people to work making these products in the United States. So I'm sorry to be, I'm totally with you on this. And this is why this opportunity is ours for the taking. And that includes opportunity for managing carbon as well in communities that have been left behind.